Christo ne ho ton ne dia wada wada oto me puno matamfo ni me bra bi ye da so woso
I saw that you went live.
Jesus Christ, not good God he be. Now he lift me up when I there for grand when I don't get hope. Now he gave me hope. Now what for this God? Now give the one blessing he give me so. I say this oh God Jesus, now better God he be. Now he lift me up when some fool my God when I don't get hope. Now he gave me hope. I give the one blessing he give.
yeah tibia wuti mu bia wo won kwade ama wo bemumbu nsuo beto ne nsuo ne ti a ewia bebo nti bensu te wiase kura bepo gebusuafo beyi wama twedi amponsi ne ni wo ne mmaso ma wa komentu osu a wusu arawu a wudie na wufe mu nyina eboro wo so ano wo hyepanti ya wuni akoma ye nyankopon wehu mobro kese de ma ne ma wo Kristo ne ho ton ne dia wada wana wato me pono matamfo ni memra me nie ne da so waso me nsa de mi twapo kokko we nyame kwan so se senya me wada so ti ase dia we ni da hwan so tete botan wa ye bi pen wada so gina ne naso emfa we ni ntu wiase wo nyankopon ne ti ase wo gidi ni be hwe ase mpredi asan we ni be gu ase nipa besrew na wo nya hwekura na ye twe wase ni gina ebo
Atiefo ne adofo abusuafo me mama adwoma makwa baba Hope for Life Radio.
so hwe bebre beto so kai be bia wo fi no ye kire budunsi ni bi
Yankopon aye adom ama Tuesday for so akọ apro asa abeto ye biem.
so we no de
E kasa aseda e na enka onyankopon ni den.
ma wa komentu ye wadi ni hutu na
So ono ye di ni yie ye hwe akoniaba ye di ka mutuna aeroplane mutuna omo ye omo business bibia na say the so tiase a na o say the rade ase.
adinyi na dibu anu ye
Sometimes I dear pie and you take it for granted. They are the gift of life.
all the way
But God has been very faithful to us if we are alive by now. Menim sɛ bere a wobere nyinaa ne akɔneaba a wodie akɔnkyerɛ a woyɛ mpaebɔ a wobɔ risk a wotake ne nyinaa no ɛbɛ lead to success. And there's definitely going to be a brighter day. Hi, ABRABO mu nsɛm Mosomfo Barimaba Kodua na matena sie. And I'm going to train nkɔmmɔ. Saa nkɔmmɔ wei am sɛ akyɛdie ɛwɔ sɛ nka yɛabobɔ so yɛdi saa nkɔmmɔ wei dadaada. Ɛfa esu mmienu bi a ɛnɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛdan nsonso yɛdan ne ntɛm ɛne sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a wobɛtumi yɛbɛtumi adi baako so abere a yɛnhu yɛ sɛ yɛnyɛ the other one. Because ɛyɛ na mpɛn pii no yɛ misinterpreti anaa yɛ interchange no. Ɔkɔyɛ first one na ebi hu ne sɛ nyɛ ɔyɛ second one so a ɛho ne sɛ nyɛ. Nti ɛnɛ deɛ me ne wo na bɛdi nkɔmmɔ no am sɛ wɔ experiences a wowɔ nneɛma a wafam a ɛne deɛ mekan bi ɛwɔ some similarities and now when you encounter bi no ma yɛnte wo so nka.
Sana ye manyankopɔn di yaw enhyira ne wakoma na nye wo sika o e Christopher so ye nipa so de ayewo a ebe ye nyame fɛ wo no ankasa be hia o obrede be pɛ brighter day
Adwumadie no ɛbɛyɛ strong ko na wo so betime de wadwen kyerɛ aba wɔ 703-565-2360 703-565-2360 obetime phone in. And I say, and that's why you kind of joining you on any of the social media platforms, especially Facebook and YouTube. Yes, let's say now I hit the subscribe and the like button. No, so the the content be bar or be me any be ashe. I mean, sure, be when you breast on ye did you mean? Obey me the wadrin about comment section. You're very ready near my phone, so I am aware. The topic near overcoming timidity while staying humble. Sometimes now interchange humility with timidity. As I we di nipa bebre nyapa. Everything I can't niema bebre ashe. Edubre was ye di ho nkomo ho kwan a ye betime jai sa timid attitude no. Na ye do ye be stay humble, but we'll be very confident and be very, very good to be able to be assertive as possible. And that's uncommon na ye be di. Say also GD say timidity ne humility difference wo ma na wa mate wonka. Because any be who kwan betimi overcoming that timidity no abra still yenye arrogant. And that's uncommon na ye betwetwen. Ti se ne da bia ye ka no frɛ wo nua no so frɛ ni nua. Say Mosomfo Barimaba Kodua atenase. Na ne topic no ɛbɛyɛ the mu be hwam. Because as I same way, ne kana ye kana you are okay because say oh open say will be a confrontation or be a say by a shemu pa obetima ye humble without being timid.
Eburo wo so anu o shepanti ya wuni akoma ye nyankopɔn we hu mobro kese de man ma wo Kristo ne hu
Be na watching you no ntem ni I'm saying timi fa dwumadie in buys
de mitwapo kokɔ
nema ebebubo ma dwumadie akodo ebe share ho ba ne nyina so hia nti na wo say yedi ne nyina
so we ni ntu wiase wo nyankopɔn ne te ase
mo a na mo hwɛ ni mo say the program beba amba no yesema mo fa enche yen
ni nyina mu wo bu nkotodwa akase
ma ne do so ne nyina so hia nti wo say hwɛ ne ye ne nyina
enso hwɛ bebre beto so kai bebi a wo fi no ya kyerɛ wo dunsini bi fie na so wo dan wo chi no me bɔ mpa ye wo nsa
he na be place you ho are you humble or timid
ma wa ba mu
I'm say bro adwumadi be kɔ na wie ne na wa hu ba bia wo gina
to na ne nyame so adinyi na di bua no
who say bia wo ye timid na who ni say ye humility and now you are being humble but people are mistaking it for being timid na ye be kyerɛkyerɛ ni nyina They said they be adwumadi ni be kama no ma me so menya wo so input.
One to take your sorrows all away. One to hold.
Just on kokoma obi bia wa joining here. And on YouTube so obetime ama ye hu wa join share wo comment section nim and na Facebook so obetime ama ye hu na ya matie for so aso ate.
There will be a brighter day, brighter day, brighter day.
According ne obrafo mo frɛ we hope and a brighter day.
There will be a brighter day, brighter day, brighter day. When I'm
Kana se mu se wo ye na de wo no anem remu eda na ngosua na beba na to aso mienu wo na wakome mu pu ni bom fe ni je fe bie no sika wo penti na wo sun obi ano pe yesie no via se japade mo da se ni nti nyankopon ase sika ye penti ya na Kristo poko anya ntobo ase wo se nyankopon ye senchene na mente wase bonia ye fo senchene ne se wo da so te ase asofo de via se afefede ne ha so remma wanto kana wensi dan na se wo bi ante wonka chese via se mu a wo ba ye de na wo ba na kwa nya wo tisike mu so wo hia ye fu a wo ba nya ye de ye nyankopon ka wanka enya wo ya wo de fa ne se ifie bebra wo de ahwe wo ba wo hwe no school we man de duane san so pon na foka na wenya be ka kire wo se da wa ha me papa ah sana ye man nyankopon di yawo enhyira ne wakoma na nya wo sika o e Christopher so ye ni be so ne ye wa ebe ye nya me fe wo no ankasa be hia o no be
there will be a brighter day, brighter day, brighter day. On Namikuma, on Sensi for Bracko. There will be a brighter day, brighter day, brighter day. On Namikuma, on Sensi for Bracko.
Minim say bra ye nipa ne de ye nipa ne de yes ya tutusie ne mane ne o ha webu ye kon de sa ne de na ka say bra yi okun ntetete ni mi so
For ne adofo am say ebre no aso na asana ye be regiment nim say de medi kan de rade ase so wahwe yen so ama ye nyina ye de so eti ase ye wonkwa moja edi emu efusane say udi afia na say nyankopon woni wadi ni ye cause the da kokra no enye easy niema pi na sinsen wiem a ekoba nyankopon hu ye mobo na say every Tuesday yetimi hia di nkomo a na wo say de aseda piesie eno ema erade de ni ho obi bia onya time ene ye di dwuma no so yeda mo nyina mo ase. The next topic no said ye can overcoming timidity while staying humble. Now answer na ye be about the strategies to overcome that and still stay humble. Ye be bisa say what is timidity or what is humility? And ti di kind no ye be di kind share timidity. Timidity na ni twi ye bom ye. And I say obi a ye tebo. It is kind of body. Chese ultimately say nipa no ono a opusu na empusu da bia na wase wa moa ne ho no mpe ne ho asem mo mpese obeti obi na so mpese obekasa be ho obi ho a ode sire na kata sa ade ne so ye ya na wasre then ye me a mi anom nkrofo dodo na ye wosa su no na etoda ya na ha dwen pii because unhu de ekọ unhu de eba ase nipa no bibi ha no onka na fere ni esuro se bi obi beka na nim oni obi benya kasa bi ti da bia no na looking like very very timid and very bad to me who put you in that state blockade so many things braya ko yanim no ya bible bobi so the timidity excessive shyness we are the noting say enye fere mroso bi enti e kan shema de bia omwane ho onye se obe open ne ho up to people and a fear of speaking up ti bibi ha no bibi hye ne so ade bi koso na ompa ontimi expressing ho onye assertive ontimi nka na adwen da bia bibi hye ne so And another way, so we are because or yet timid, no, person avoid the confrontation. See, obi one person be confrontational. So be come be, hey, we are there no. Saying, I say, yeah, glamorize it timidity to the extent say, a dear nyapa, lower confidence, low self-esteem, so cut down. Tuni obi a shiana, put up that attitude. On say a big red flag. Ebi so awo ne pa bebre wo mu sɛ dwuma kra na wo a ya wo na wo kun ho yɛ dwuma yɛ nneɛma a ɛwɔ sɛ nka saa de tim eni hɔ a ebie kwan ma wo nya promotion drew level bi, but instead of this particular trait no ɛna ehu ne low self esteem ne the fear of speaking up, ebi nkra the fear of judgment. Sɛ nea mekɔka na menkɔtie obi na so na mempɛ sɛ me ne obi benya asɛm ne ade no ɛtumi ma saa ade wei ɛka wo hyɛ ɛwɔ akɔneasa bebree so. Na yɛba humility a humility yɛ ɛyɛ positive attribute. Mostly amanfoɔ obi ka sɛ ɔyɛ humble a ebi mu hu ne sɛ ɛyɛ sign of weakness, which is never true. According to C.S. Lewis, I'll say humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. And to what the arrogance, will show the strength and the weaknesses in you and in the thing bibi a will pursue and now without being arrogant. And humility in itself is a positive attribute because you are very grounded with a self view without superiority or inferiority, which is very important. Tienye sɛ o sɛbi wokɔtenatena nkurɔfoɔ so akɔkasa tia nkurɔfoɔ. Ti ebia for example, wowɔ adwuma mu obi ka bibi na say, oh okay, ade a wokan true. I have this experience, I have that. And no betuma aba sɛ wo present wo case need you wonim in a nice way, which can be in a very humble way. Obviously betuma aka sɛ oh yeah, oh the woka no nyɛ nokorɛ wonim hwee say. I know you know what the some level of arrogance aka ho. Te basa you that aspect of humility no in you. And ade a ya ne hia kakra ne say ubehu ebra ubetimi aputi these two things together. No people said dear kra ne hia say wo see this ankomo yi. Why this matters? A dear nti ne hia. Say you share even personal growth and because no pan ne kind in terms of relationship. So be a very humble. Utimini ni delay. The only need delay who say oh issues. Be or ye bibi na enye ne kwan so a ogitum or admit say ade we de entwa yi ana ka bibi no hu say de wo ka no true. Ebeboa anamo amutu na obe secondly de wo ka no. On still on holding on to the or what because obi the idea of me being right. They say baby be said the yeni the beba it must come from me. So far as it's not coming from me, whether even a good may try say may argue now may gentle and then sad enough a hard drink and it gives self-assurance because so many will be dealing who say oh yes I know this meaning my strength meaning my weakness to me admit where it doesn't mean I'm weak but it means I'm being real, I'm being factual. And say nipa no so gitum ehun ne sa no me too and I'm more I don't see why this is not a win. It will be a win for both any sa nipa na on any two and more. And at the end we say here about career impact. What do you imagine? Say say call unya leadership role here. It requires confidence. And sometimes, I think that at the right time, you've been looking into that. The difference between confidence and arrogance. Because people sometimes interchange it. So when you say, oh, you're confident. Now, at the end of the day, appear to be arrogant, which is another big issue. The back career side is very, very important to always have this humility part. Our own yet timid. because we are timid a big impact you negatively. You wouldn't want to do that. And about mental health, so if to me overcome self doubt, because I did about cry my yet timid, no, because I didn't know osru so or can one genie hundi, because they all can on himself will be better doubted, because on one doubting him, it is all can. There's no way will be better say oh, I did a mini can no credit, and nobody knows it all. Like we always say here, every story counts. Then you say 1+2 yet 3. No. So now 2+1 yet 3. 3+0 yet 3. And you'll be crowd to be the far minus side, you know. Because the 6 minus 3, so yet 3. See, there are so many ways to dealing with something. Tienye me we pena me gidi se me nim and no pena ye jumana. That is it. No. That's why sometimes we are very open-minded about me call you. Now, I'll be open-minded, no. There should be an element of humility. Oh, you're timid. In the first place, you will not even put your opinions across. And I mean, in your typical Ghanaian culture and attitude, no. Oh, you're very outspoken. Oh, you're assertive. Oh, when you're tired. Because oh, be can be crowd. Wadrin chre. Oh, be kano. You better target you say wo de bibia wo bibika and now twe asemu and now we say you be mouth a whole lot of tax and unye obi a unim the wo kana one here it will just push you aside and emma wo enko wani na dey na timidity no eba dey di kan your upbringing so they can say be a more related to culture we are cultural training no yeah empower crofo like I say, oh, they shouldn't be so assertive. They shouldn't be aggressive. They be lay back, lay low. Am I challenge BBA? And one big cause here upbringing. If you're overly strict or protective parenting, it may lead it to way. Because boss shani supi. Tinipa no one on Philip Frimpo say obitimi akan bibi. Akola ni di hu ni suro na de a levy. And our parent be or hatch say, "Ni buy bibia no protecting no." Sakola ni di fo di bem. Oh yeah. Abasa de be akola ni feel say, "Se me ye de enye mpo a obi begina mechi." Utu anye ya sakola ni ba begina be ye timid. Obeka say, "Ade na me bana ye sa ade no nkasa." But now ref say training here bringing out the man no. It's not the right thing. Cause so parents have to be very, very careful when raising kids in order not to be overly strict. But shakolani swama on many chances on one cry and raising in try name the beer the mother parents father omuni choose mano the beer say sometimes let them build their confidence, let them try stuff. Momunya niema and no bit may this timid attitude no every ho. And yes, ebeha a dream be pray. Nti ya bobo enema ni bi so ya bra ye gu so kono ye de aka ni nyina beto aso.
And yet the nights will be dry. Hold on to your faith. There will be a brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Onamikuma on sexy for breakfast. There will be a brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Onamikuma.
Yes, yeah, to adwumadi ne so. Yeah, share some of the causes of timidity. The first one I can upbringing. Second one, your fear of failure. Obi oha osuro say anamo bi a wotu no obi failing. And that leads to perfectionism. Suddenly you're perfect. And while we this perfectionism, it may lead you to self-doubt. Ti unhu se bibi anko ye changes kakra bi ba ne ade a onjintum, which is bad because ohem mpempi no enema bi a usuro se me ye we a ebe me fail me ye we a enye ye me ye we a enko ye enti se enema we ni ba na me ye bibi untu ana mo da because Failure is part of the learning. And almost I feel failure away chewa. You be very timid and over be perfect. And no, because to some extent there were some good stuff, but negative ones near more. And utranya ya ebekawa shama wabe very timid, which we don't want anybody to be in that situation. Another thing, negative past experiences. Obi oha ne childhood trauma be from criticism and now bullying. Obi o environment be a chese wunye bibi kra mu bi nhye hu kran da. Bibia ye be criticize. And now criticism no constructive. Bibia we ye na chese ye can ai che. The way our energy omo de be can criticize no. Get this energy na encourage you and now my ideas are waiting me there the way better. KBN can share. So I think this has to also do with the upbringing. You are otiatia ne baby bia ne baby bia kwala ne bia no or criticize it. And I will say and I will nim say now sani man no nyina lead it to timidity. That fe dey na kwala ne be nyine no aye bom no aye botti because ye hunahuna na buna bema kan sama hyene so ama onye willing onye okay mpo so obekire na adwen onye okay mpo se bibi ha na obeka obehye bibi deeply ti sankofo wuti anye ya ni ma bi se be hye ne so a fe de obenyin ne still no because of those negative experiences nti baba be timid. And another thing so your social conditioning said your kind cultural or gender norms that discourage assertiveness ti baby o ha wo kire wadwen hey pani kasa semasa ti sebi de pani ne kanimpo atochima kakra kola bitima kire na adwen no, you don't have the right, you don't have the moral right, and there's a penny in default. So these are social conditioning. The penny in default that said the penny yenin ya akola ni hu kwan se oka bi akola ni hu kwan se obema ideas obe propose solutions ebeboa near the penny ni for penny kasa ne nso asa they say sa na te say ye kwa tak ubenyini no you feel like oh unya ndu nti oni penifo hia adwen wo trimu say ade we beboa de yeye asema ye ken se ne mehu ni gidi si yesu me beboa nka because me kan be criticize me ye be bully me ko your culture ni ye norms ne ma kwan e ma me nkyere ma adwen because me ko kyere ma adwen sesia na ye say me ko dwa to asa ma ye me ko yi ma no wo baby eno e basa emwa. So you can still be very humble in a humble way without being disrespectful, but you know some of our people will not accept or admit say be maybe I'm penny for na kola kra wo ma laudable opinion be more enye o ye nyina bi ho beka say yes the kola ne kano no, let's pay attention to that. So these are some of the causes of timidity, and mostly you who say struggle with self-confidence. They have these early experiences of harsh criticism, whether perfectionism, whether negative past experience, or the cultural setting. It immediately will be to this particular timid attitude. No, and if you are unconscious, you do it without knowing. It usually will be too quiet. Na obi oha na say obi okra ne ti ye nya kwantuo, but places of fire any leadership roles be onya ye no it to me exposing no to say or a free thinker to make sure na adwen or a very assertive bibi ni otimi ma also hu ne 2 cents ni ade a eboa no, but majority I'm saying no I table ni edi on penny ho asem akola edi e say na mistake aye no me afa ne say obre ne ho ase. Meanwhile, Brasia said he kind. It doesn't mean you can't speak up. It doesn't mean you want to avoid confrontation. It doesn't mean you are excessively shy. So you can still be assertive and still be humble. And just say you have to be timid. Because basa it wouldn't help. And nneɛma wei bebree affect your life. I think say yɛbɛba and also a mixed opportunity said you kind job promotion. Any ɔbɛhyɛ hɔ bɛyɛ adwuma no nyinaa ɛba yɛbɛpia no nyinaa brɛ wo. But because of your timid nature, no, you'll never be promoted. Yeah, you can do all the work. Wo manager ni ade mu nyinaa nim. Sɛ adwuma ɛkɔ no nyinaa wo na woyɛ. About relationships are people will take you for granted. People will use you instead of to love you or to work with you. And unya leadership role because of that timidity attitude. No. And what a canny passion about human, about relationship, about leadership positions. And it increases stress and social anxiety. Maybe you feel like you are not enough. Because Adebia will be here, they may kind of cry me through, me doubt me home, because they may kind of any obi be kako. And yes, so be fast check it. Well, what's wrong with that? You can't know everything until they walk on, and tisa it gives you even the chance to learn the right thing. But usually, ana ye masa e hunu a boy too much. Why ma ye nkoye until ye try. To say ye hu near my timidity eba. And I who say humility is a good attribute and a good trait because confidence with self-awareness, valuing others while knowing your worth. Until you say the any can win him to where you mama. Please don't be timid. A bit more mature or career, a bit more mature relationship or self-expression. And you can be confident yet humble and be able to open a lot of doors for you. And by the time you realize, they will say, "Oh, it's good," and it can even help you build and keep relationships strong and stronger. Because when you'll be delay, on him say, "Ah, they are making meaning they maker," and most people too are scared. They don't want to be judged. But they are make okay, I'll be rejected. It is a maker, misro rejection, misro judgment, misro failure. Make a man want to, I'm a mwame who. Is any oh, and me just a mean campuna menyasem. And these are some of the things that ye di hon komo. And another thing, sometimes you ignore some experiences shutting it down. Usa kulabi swa ubi okra or ye assertive or ye ultimately articulate very well. Or status or kasa. Come on, tum. Now pe kasa dodo. Ope questions. Now pe see. Ti omo be shutting it down. This akwara na intima pekere ho up and now you encouraging na manamba. No, the sad didn't even because anytime your person train again, obenya that issue, which is not the best. So please, yeah, the him said, yeah, mame, yeah, fire, yeah, nianom, obia, etie, the akwenya ohona what ting kola now in microphone tia, instead of maybe say what come my share and chese won correcting no, at netino, I was saying also hena, and man in timid. Uncle shutting it down. And by a culture, your societal family influence now. Let's raise to stay quiet and not brag. There be a that kwanu tum start to say oh kasakra when you say. But those are some of the things that are yet very, very bad. But humility is not thinking you are unwealthy, a misconception. Humility is a very good value. But timidity and your virtue. It is a bomb and now you're tiboa. It's never a virtue. So it's often self-doubt disguised as modesty. You'll be all doubting it when you be na no cry and can be. And I say, oh, you say, now you this guy saying, oh, where the other D saying is kind of no. Different from the introvert and the extroversions, no. Or the DNA interest yes be obi meow ade how bibi share so untimi nkanche bia and a bit lead to anxiety ne depression now which we don't want that to happen to anybody. You should be to say Michelle Obama also oh yeah very poised, very confident, but oh yeah very humble, deeply humble. And a wonkrofo bi mu so a obi to say Ken Reeves respected for his quiet confidence, humility. To be a leader, crana or portray sadina, a good. Don't say, where the old lady nipa, but ubunipa, brand wansi. And yes, I be oma omutieti ankrofoso. At the nyani money now. And the genuine question I ask will be, I want to say, am I being humble or am I afraid to step up? Yeah, means I say, ahobrasiye na me wo. And I say, me suru, say me kasa, because of rejection, because of judgment, because of maybe people's opinion, or because of fear. So, ubisa who's our question we are. I'm saying answer now, be mano, and the better say, you are being timid or you are being humble? And he says, "I about strategies. I bet my boy, my overcome this timidity attitude without being without being arrogant or while being humble." The first thing, your mind shift search. The mindset shift. Say, okay, say the way you're programming, say the kind social conditioning. No, at be you wouldn't even know. So the heredity, saying slavery, be seen and not to be heard. Ideology never muma. And no, yeah, we are liberated, but some people still feel like now they are we are enslaved. So to be able to overcome that timid attitude, no, you need to have a mindset shift. Which must be someone who said, yes, I'm capable. To mean so some doubting me. Now because sometimes you are busy doubting yourself, but who a big inspiration to be so. Things that's all try bibi kakra obe ye dia ko anim no da bia na obu hu abomfia da bia hu say oh dear, like oh so you are not enough or you are not worth anything. Da bia you undermine yourself, look down on yourself, and that inferiority complex, low self-esteem, renew lifestyle. You see people do stuff and you're like, hey, child, I way I can do it. Oh, I didn't commit my you. I did now. So you are not. You think you are not capable. So the one of the way to overcome it is to see yourself as capable, and this requires a mindset shift. And it's not just about like getting up one day and say, "Oh, I'm doing this." You have to back this by action. So rewire your thinking. Send your old dream who say, "Oh." That's why we're having such conversation. To whom say me sure, and person me will be now so, and person will confront me. I don't want to be rejected. Maybe I don't want people to see that me I fail you ha and person be judge me. Now you have to start thinking about some of these things. Okay, if I fail, what is the failure teaching me? What lessons am I getting here? How do I do better? So, best then and next time, me yes, a mistake we make me move from this to that. Yes, or Jimmy, we are. Where can I get to? My camera dream, at least my really because I ain't share me so my mean be dream home, I mean be and feel it depressed about the past and now going forward, maybe feel anxious. So some of these things are very key to deciding to know, especially even speaking up. Yeah, you are capable. Sabi obi anye more human being than you. You are equally a human being. So the moja nam nipe mu de biya no sana also be now mumu. So instead of seeing something better, say, oh, they are superhumans, they are better than us. It's all as a result of some of these things I hear about timidity. Bimu who say a virtue, which is a big lie, it's never a virtue. Unlike humility. So that is one of the ways to overcome that. And then try to failure as a tool. That's why it's always good to know and to learn some of these things so that you can fail fast. Because also now your mistakes more. Also now so delay to build a tough skin kakra. Who say weak. Who say there's a chance for you to go forward. Uswa na uye mistakes I oh I go there so ya so uswa. So those who are coming up, let them take advantage of this particular period of to do all the mistakes to learn. Because we now make certain mistakes are very costly. Pound, because we are what we be to a mistake be a cost you more. Be a didi more make the akokwa the akura warrium. And you may be a concept be where o mindset no cry when you say na this timidity name moi ade we moi ti o se mitimi jam na mitimi come anima a hard dream. I mean who failure so failure a part rejection sometimes yes you have to face multiple rejections. But they say o pay juma bo we school be applications be dey wo obi obe start a business e be failing. But nyame ye wadom e be picking a bumia that becomes a story obi tie be in crime. So let's start to reframe failure as a feedback. Yes, oh my failing team. That's it. That is the end of the road. TBBSC. And another thing, when you're not falling under the mindset shifts, another thing here, own your strength without guilt. Adibi wow him say adiwe dear, I'm good at it. Ugusu sua better no. Ti hu say me obia want to strengthening the weaknesses as we are humans. Untimi nya bibia. That's why it's good to work with people, to work with teams, so that we might tap into their strength. Nama obia weakness, no, obi the be complement, be supplement na more they are building yama together. So don't just limit yourself. Know your strength. Position yourself well. And banning back to seeing yourself as capable. Because we need more worth, we need more value, we need more purpose. If you are talking, you know what you're talking about. You are not doubting constantly, seriously, constantly doubting yourself because you think you don't know anything. And we should shift from what if I fail to what if I succeed. There'll be, oh, na nye year. Now, na nye year. What if a year? So if you start thinking that way, it helps. I say, oh, okay, let me give it a try. At least me failure. Another time, I'm not starting from scratch. I'm starting from an experience. Now, me who say me ye we anko ye e failure. Timi say anko ye biem. And one good way, think growth, not perfection. We want to be perfect before we start anything. We want to be perfect. We want everything to be intact before we do something. We are that type. I think that leads to perfectionism. We will never do anything. Think of growth. Start. You make mistakes. See them as part of the learning, part of the process. As you keep going, and you might fall in place. You will learn, you gain experience, you build confidence, you keep going. See, for example, if a public speaker or be a public speaker or starting a journey, yep, I'll be stumble with some time, but with time, I'll be improve with practice. And a be kakrano are renowned, will be expert and we training people. So the only say ultimate year no, me mafia and can start doing it. Yeah, what you call so try your best in a year. Some will not go well, but they are all important because yeah, there wouldn't be any lessons. So it gives you the chance to reflect and know why this thing failed and how I can do it better. And a very important say yeah be share no na de bia no yen limit. Another way to overcome timidity while still staying humble, communication techniques. How to speak with confidence. Sometimes you cry your tone, your choice of words, your language. Instead of I think, maybe, I think, I think no. And maybe you heard also do. But I need I think it also feel it's like you don't really know what you're saying. Tis own name out. Suggest, yeah. So instead of just saying I think, and say, okay, I suggest a suggestion now, doesn't guarantee a positive or whatever outcome. But what suggested would you? I think we could. I suggest we. So language, choice of words, grab it to me, I make a big difference. And instead of over apologizing, I didn't even say I can't want some. Over apologize here. This I say, is it worth it? Change the language. Sorry to bother you. Do you have a moment? Sorry, I kept you waiting. Oh, thanks for your patience. So your language is a bit more bois. And I walk sometimes super so kasa ten, especially if ferina hormones me adrenaline in rise, yeah, Charlie. But open so kasa ten now try so fast now. But if you avoid rushing, talk. Your mouth chance kasa. But I always say talk when you have something to say, not just you have to say something. They're just talking to while away the time. Because yes, you're on casa because obiye casa. No, that's not what I mean. But if you have a valid point, please, you have to talk and use pauses if you need to. Don't rush. Man, you say casa gigi intentem. Yep. And use I to show ownership. Sometimes I know who are now pursuing some leadership stuff. A bit more boy with promotion. Team partner, but then I will hear with team. So talk about this. So I believe this approach will work. So versus this might be okay. If you want to say first part number carry more weight. Come say idea we be ye juma. Ye na anye juma. Who is going to kill you because it didn't work? And I think the Apple made a story be about Apple projects need products or more yeah a failure. They have dedicated a whole segment more for that failed projects. No? I believe Microsoft has something like that too. And enya nkwa no aye bibia anye yie for the first time. Enya nkwa no aye bibia a fail. And don't let that alone shut you or put you down. One way to overcome timidity while staying humble is about your actions and habits. So you have to become confident through practice. Say one thing in every meeting or social setting. Takwenya ba can be bako gradually. Because you don't really overcome this in a day. It was how you have to start from somewhere. It will start from somewhere. To gradually can be bako. You can ask a question. And so practice small risks daily. Like ask questions, introduce yourself first. When you be Kasai, hello, I'm Simon, I'm this, I'm that. Say, give compliment. Try so be engage you be. And surround yourself with confident but humble people. The Namfufoni group on your so a factor. Because only group of nyinaa ɛyɛ timid. Ɔmo nyinaa soro adeɛ, ɔmo nyinaa fɛre adeɛ, ɔmo nyinaa esoro sɛ ɔmo bɛkyerɛ ɔmo adwene because of judgment, because of rejection, because of fear of failure and other stuff. You end up becoming one. So if you want to overcome this, surround yourself with confident people. If you have to break your circle, because all a circle now you are not in a circle, you're actually in a cage. So come out of that cage, get to mingle with confident people, but humble, and join speaking platforms like Toastmaster or go to networking events. And there are tools on Clubhouse. People join, talk, share ideas, talk about topics and stuff, which really help. And you can as well keep a confidence journal. Track moments where you spoke. To be big akrabana, oh yeah, I take pride in it. My whole part say, my idea gradually. And with time, you overcome it. After you join here, a high hope for life radio. Moson for Barimaba Kodua na Matna say. Yeah, chuchin komo. The name komono, yeah, how to overcome timidity while staying humble. sometimes timidity bomb yeni tibo yeni bote yeni a hard dream can you ma do a kele dreams a kele aspirations a kele promotion careers relationships near ade bebree and why my enkoyenim and home common yeah twitwin yeah define timidity and humility ehun the difference ehun the timidity eba and as I say I strategies and our ways to overcome that while staying humble yeah bobo from the mindset part no yeah share no yeah share about communication strategies beboy yeah say about being confident through daily habits and actions and also na yeah do anti after no I join wait me say the wadwen Abba, with my friend 703 565 2360 703 565 2360. Wait me the Wajen Chaba. And I'm also joining in social media platforms soon no. Facebook, ne YouTube, ya kase Yankopon and Shamu. Yeah, they are said that strong con ebema proud sponsor, Obapa Ventures. Obapa Ventures, and my papa, yeah, programs, bia, 2% year program, bia, but you my contact, open authentic drinks, obenya bia mount, open dresses, and the papa pan, obit me do Juma, look no further, contact your Obapa Ventures, obenya bia mount, open beats, open sandals, open kente, just say, I did you maybe a year, Miss who US handling important dia Obapa Ventures na wo say ofre no obetuma frɛ yɛ CEO Babra Aduchum ɛwɔ 5712788663 5712788663 ofre na obetumi ahwɛ kama na de ohia bia no or the abroad or within US or she pay out of state into contacting na obetumi ne wadi dwa kama and about social media platforms so Facebook of search about ventures obe hu no ne niema otoni bi ni ade nyina no obe hu e won the page Instagram so about for real and also obe hu no na TikTok about mame usua and also betima contacting no in case of person sending an email so obetima sending an email e babra@gmail.com babra@gmail.com Mr. Friend, no more near my kama. On bound near my kama.
And yet the nights through the trial, hold on to your faith. There will be a brighter day, brighter day, brighter day. On Namikuma, on Sassi for Braco. There will be a
Yamen Kunwa or Tiasi 4 year qua. A Jadana wa Kumu Sumu Kumo.
brighter day. On Namikuma.
Rewadrin Kasa, Bibinia. Shrek Malbi who say yes, also ye nipa, Sabi also who here.
Which never come and pony bomb, Fanny Jeff Piano, Sika,
Money and being can share my environment needs to buy beans sound. Or mindset, no, my growth mindset, and on quality me crowd propel you to a next level.
when you have one sentence, and it's about that's what I saw for
Supported program in Yankopon and Shamu.
Diana said, we'll be ante one can. She said, yes, I will buy a dear and I will buy the crap.
I mean, about the wa or Cordier, maybe I will be a Yankopon and Shroud.
One can end your way. What the funny say,
Nino Papino, maybe I will be a Sedastron Kona and Compound.
now when you're back at you, said, I have my papa.
Mackenzie, I see you. God richly bless you.
No, Wakuma, then you will seek out a Christopher, so you never saw the Ayawa. A bayan Yamifel, one can start the show.
Brighter day, brighter day, brighter day. On Namikuma, on Sassi for Braco. There will be a brighter day, brighter day, brighter day. On Namikuma, on Sassi for Braco.
Meaning, say,
Rikus, maybe I will be a one who can through the entire from a command. Shall say 5. Mini Abakupa or New Jersey. Me my big shout out, baby. I will be a God richly bless you. Said there be a tie chipampe. Said that's from corner and command. Say minia, there be a hold it down. Obapa, Amitebua, me okeni ota me chipampe, there be a shemi kutupa. ma metimide ensem hu hwam ne nkomo say etimi ba no and also enchia sronko ekoma no me nka njai bostic me nua bostic so da bia o promote program yi on platform bia obenya so yankopon enshow say da bia also support yen gidi Kwame Musa baby a will be a nyankopon and shall you say all support it yeah jumedie kama Mackenzie also listening to you live from Akimoda Ghana minia nyankopon and shall just say 5 well elaborated keep it up minia God bless you Eriko Poku so share yeah if you do man so joining nyankopon nhyia wo sɛ also wohwɛ dwumadie na wotaa yɛ chi obi a wonya brɛ support yɛ bia God richly bless you moka ho because program ne yɛnko ayi ntimi nyɛ nti na da bia hia mo no yeah me boss Michael Educhum DJ Mike aseda sonko na enkoma wo na me nka nja me ni asante bia wo bia no nyankopon nhyia wo odo so dwuma pa a wo so wodi no to aso emayin Jordan mete won ka che Ebenezer bia o hye bia yakopon inshaw me papa me touch base Kwame mini Kwame ansamba fo so bia wo bia Kwame na batels kankani mete won ka che say na me try na ma connect na Gomez also bia wo bia yakopon inshaw adofo ye da mo nyina mo ase se da bia mota dwumadie ye chi ama yetimi ekoye nim abrano ne abrano because e monka ho a yenko ayi ntimi endi juma no mo amaka mo join ye nyina semantimi ambo din a misro na odi achemi abra program ne koso no mini aba Esther so sa baby a obia yankopon ensure da bia otai chi na menka nja comfort free year burger senior burger me chia baby a obia yankopon ensure gidi and mini amu akon apostle God richly bless you for always supporting us and more maka me adofo bia oboama program yikoso bia yankopon ensure mu pa
Ewie ni yie. Sɔhwɛ no deɛ bɛba na ɛma waba mu mbu. Gyina pindi na ɛma wakoma ntu. Deɛ wɔde ne ho to na ne nyame so ade nyinaa di bua no. Ewie ni yie.
a rapper program no I'm saying strategies to overcoming and how to overcome no ya can be na ya de kakra bi so na ya de dwumadie no abawie I'm saying akabe 6 minutes na about 8 p.m. Eastern time and I just say Ghana so about 11 p.m. GMT mo amunya abrehwe ye nyina anyakopon en koso enham dear to aso ebetimi so aboa ma watimi have overcome timidity while staying humble. You're giving credit where it's due. Confidence isn't about taking people's credit. Ebi wɔ hɔ a ɔne ɔmo na ɛwɔ adwuma mu, ɔne ɔmo na ɛwɔ ekuo bi mu, ɔne ɔmo na ɛyɛ biribi. Kyɛ sɛ credit bɛba paa yɛbɛka sɛ, awo asom asi ɔbɛnten na ɛyɛ wei na ɛde adwene wei ba ma ade dabi. Na kyɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ biribiara yɛ wɔ no, biribiara yɛ wɔ no. Nti ɛnyɛ ɔno deɛ a adekorɔ no ɛnsi. Which is very bad. Basa, it doesn't really shows the leadership aspect of you. So it's always better when you have that zeal to give credit to people who the credit are due. And yet to say, oh, full big credit. So please give it where it's due. Yeah, here will be to say Star Chaya Nadella, Microsoft CEO. They'll be your president team. And that's what every good leader does. On J credit money. Because yes, on a lady, but en crofone ye jumana kasa. Be o shechiri. Ti leader be o hobe babe J credit nina without giving credit to whom credit is due. So one way and so on. And we should listen more than we speak. And we should listen to understand, not listen to just reply. Say gidi na che say you per say or che say the all can na wa tenaso. Where we no so de ne dia ba. On try so be reasoning to the whole cano what ya simple na che say what many adwin adi can be afa de o kan which is also bad. And we should ask for feedback regularly because I know Timmy Boama will grow. That's why the BI cassette, Jumadi aye di ujidi se bibi I'm ye and now Susu said the name be real beboa. Obet mama ya aware ye behwe. Na say ye ne sa na beboa ye be ye ne sa. So feedback here very, very important. She said even cry went man joining life. Now later when you kwenya share video you know who say oh menua ye bit my way say ye bit my way say e beboa ye bebo ye nyina ye be som ni aye said ye be ya ye nyina e bit my koye. Celebrate wins but stay cautious. Obi o ha che say oya de bi kra na o din kunima o person onya be $1 billion ansa na ni age ti e be a small milestones be o be achieve o be pattern who say oh ade we good e bit ma boa me no eh but the where they stay cautious and yes say be oh call ye flashy near mama wa draw unnecessary attention and minus wa for problem abro and practice gratitude. Let's put up an attitude of gratitude. Obi ya de ma wani so because there be a tesa when bri obi who there be a udi lane who said the one now that you are still working. While you are praying for what you want, be happy for what you have. To be sunya bibia, just appreciate it. Be grateful. At least when you say uwonkwa, and then also chair adi nyina. Because uwonkwa, uwa huodin when it as well. I don't think say bibia beti mebu sa nipa no abem. And another thing, I'm say be a time in tia 2 minutes. You be na ya wrap it up. And ye bisa question. So only mobile or yet me, bit my share how to break out of that role. So also what go through BB sad and never overcome ya, bit my share story, bit my comment section ho. Be out dealing with overconfident or demasive people. Or be oh yeah, or be crowd we a senior channel, but the confidence or the casani I didn't know. Be my intimidate you. Feel say hey, say and say, but those are real world challenges. Or you do be badman because oh yeah tebo ne bomb ne botinti. Because be bad ne china ya be kasa ni way through ana arise it. And now there yeah say communication sells more than implementation. To be see aye jumani na boa company na succeed by yen promote to that. Utanya ya pay rise in because you are timid. Not because you are humble, because you are timid. So please, let's do our best to overcome that. Try your best. Handing how to handle criticisms without losing confidence. We be na say obi who said no, we can do it better. No can. Please, fakuma paje. Ne hu kwan a obetimi so. Because I say 40% of people fear criticism more than failure. So be ya ma obi aka say minia ye adwumadi a wudi nye say no. Ene wonye kra basa hardly ti memma no may stumbling block emma. And another thing obi to say great leaders obi to say Nelson Mandela, fantastic leader, but then humility level here down to earth. But look at how he was able to make a difference. And this goes back to what C.S. Lewis said. True humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. Then you say, yes, we're thinking more. But you are thinking less. It's not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. So give people the chance. We say, yes, we are nipa. If you make a mistake, admit it, learn from those mistakes, be better. Or better say Warren Buffett, self-assured, but always willing to learn. And found one in Sika when you're there, the beer, who say, or canning someone who say, yes, or you're open to learning. So please don't box yourself, open yourself up, talk to people, work with people, learn from people. You don't know it all. We are saying, be in BBR forever. We are there, will be in BBR one day. So, Brown Huase, na kwenya ohwa ade free and perform. Obi to say Serena Williams, fantastic, confident but grounded. Yes, Sebi, Otieti and Crawford so Ebubun Crawford in Tia anyhow. And Timpacho me be so. When was the time you held back due to timidity Ebrebe na ogidi say, ade we de na was nka me can be fa ho. Ade anamo we de na was nka me to investment we de na was nka me ye. Problem we na was nka me solve. But because of timidity in timanye, wa Mr. Pisa ho sa question no. Na answer na obema no, ebetima boa mu wahu how you position yourself for the next future. And how can you take one confident step this week? Now what you be saying say why would you say and maybe can't share because of a home, because of rejection, because of fear, because of judgment. Now I said maybe as in the past ne hold you up. So I said the enemy my year, bit my taking one confident step this very week, a bit my changing my life. Me see me just say it me yes sad no. Now every week you one confident step take here gradually a bit building. A time will come we'll be very okay. We'll be able to share our opinions without judgment, without apology. See, sometimes yeah, we apologize to be brave, no. Obejai, wait much a waging, abra, opese, ochre waging. Tia hana brebe ma kwan near the enejumedie no SC. Mesua near my P, Nigidi say also Westia near my P. But I said, yeah, can addition in ha conversation, no. My entwasu comment section, my own experience. This week, both step now confidence step I'll be taking, no. My and let's be sincere. We give this a BB hold you back due to timidity. Mr. And also bet me a comment section. Say the bear that said, you bet my coso. Timidity is not humility. Own your value. Mr. Practice, practice, practice. There's a practice makes perfect. O practice here, kakra, and yema ebefa, ebe. But one practicing, I say, oh, say, yes, you can be confident without being arrogant. Nti mesro mema timidity endi unya ebe bie kwan bebre ama wo abrabom dwumam ye relationships sim sorry bebia utimi yesade na ebeboa. Confidence is not silent. Insecurities are loud. Boa unse niema keka hye no eno ya na very loud, but confidence is silent. Timesero that's ene ye be say share biom edin ye Barimaba Kodua and he is how to overcome timidity while staying humble. Nti yebehia Nyankopɔn emmoa yɛn ɔmfa yɛn kɔ ɔmfa yɛn mmra ɔhwɛ yɛ so na wɔtwe di yɛn anim a yɛ ho ma asɛm ɔhwɛ yɛn ne yɛ fie so ntutu yɛn anam nsisi baabi yie ɔhwɛ yɛn nnwuma yɛ sikasɛm yɛ busua yɛ mma yɛ bibia yɛ bia na yɛsrɛ no ho ma yɛn kwatenten ho ma yɛn di yɛn kwan na ɛmmɛn ɔsɛfoɔ no nti na aba abɛtwa so on call so crying on the current aban so menim say na wotwi ye be nhyira ye be confident timidity su ni nyina ne honhom ni ade ni nyina ye be dwede ni nyina wo Yesu din mu na de no so say de hia ba kokra pa say ye be bompaye say nyame be bompaye ni wi a ye ntu anamo ye apply strategies a na ye di ho nkomo bi na Nyankopɔn emmoaye na ye ntimi engi ye ho emfiri bombom yem ene bote de tebo yem na yentimi engrow yentimi nkoye ndim se de be butaya Nyankopɔn de dua ye mu se yemfa mo awiase no yentimi de aboa nyame hraw se wonya bre etie me da se ne ye be se share bio. God bless you. And you see no antimi nka makra mu. Bye bye.
Brighter day when I'm in Cuba. Can I send we say when you're not there when one in Remu and then and go straight and back on the Twasum Yenum, which you never come in Puni boom, Fanny Jeff Piano, Chicago Pentin, I will see you piano pay a sieno. Via say Japadia, what I send in Yanko Pansi, Sikaya Pentian, and Christo Pokwan to Brassi. Was a Yanko Pon, yes, and Chanena meant to us, Bunia Fons and Chanena Sabodasotias. I saw for the Yasa Fediane Hasorima. One tokana wensi dina se will be ante wonka. She has a Yasimu will buy a dear and I will ban a crop. Nya what Tisi came so we hear your phone will buy. Nya ya day. Come on, leave. Come on, leave.